What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. It is your friendly neighborhood coach, chromeantennae. And you clicked on this video because you need a new lock build. You've been eyeballing the 6'4s, but you're like, I think I want to do something a little bit different, do something a little more unique. Well, I think you came to the right place, man. As y'all know, one of my favorite players, one of my favorite defenders of all time is Kawhi Leonard. In my opinion, probably the best perimeter defender ever. And so every lock that I make, especially that very first one, early in the 2K cycle, I make me a Kawhi Leonard inspired build. It can score at all three levels. Obviously, it's going to get in your chest on defense, but it can play demon lanes. It can also protect the paint, which is something that most of those 6'4s can't do. So, if you're looking for something unique, something outside of the meta, that can score all three levels, put the ball on the floor, and obviously defend at the perimeter and inside of the paint, I think this build is for you. I really love it. I've been having a blast on it. And again, I'm going to keep saying this. I'm going to drop a video on it at some point. If you master rhythm shooting, you can really get deep into your bag, both off the bounce, off the catch, and in the post. So I hope you enjoy. I'm the friendly neighborhood coach from chromeantennae. Hope you enjoy the highlights. And I'll be right back with the actual build video. So, yeah. Love y'all, and we'll be right back. Peace.
That's nigga shoot that.
Nah, that's good.
Hey!
Bitch ass
How
nigga!
that?
Money storm, nigga.
I'm open to learning. On square triangle. Bitch! Come in!
So we're just gonna get straight to it. We're gonna go to my crib course. Here's the build, the 2-way, 3-level scoring threat. And we're just gonna go straight to the vault. So first things first with the build, you might notice is it doesn't actually have max wingspan. It actually has 2 off max wingspan. So it's 6'7", 212 pounds with 7-1 wingspan. That was mainly for the strength purposes, but obviously you can go max wingspan if you must. And I also, when I first made the build, wanted to keep that 83-point threshold so as to just play it safe and not feel like I was a liability from 3 with this build. Because I had an 89 and I was sort of struggling to shoot on my guard before I started rhythm shooting. And so that was something that I had to be aware of. But anyways, we're going to quickly jump through some of the important attributes and sort of where I plan to put the cap breakers, and y'all can go from there. So for me, the first stat that's important is the 87 driving dunk. As I mentioned before, my first guard build had no dunk at all, and it was really annoying. And so when I made my lock, I knew I wanted to have dunk of some type and be able to dunk frequently. So if there's a lane, there's a good chance I'm going to take it up strong and not have to worry about being taken out of some animation, or if I am, I'll get a foul call and not having to worry about having my paint attempt just slung across the gym. So 87 is a good number. You also do get contact dunks with this number as well, with the 75 vertical. And if you wanted to, you could put your first +5 towards both your vertical and your driving dunk together combined to get another set of contact dunk packages with that 89 and 78 vertical. The next number for me that's important is that 40 standard dunk. You get 1 package, and in conjunction with the 87 driver dunk and the dunk tendency that comes with that number, you stand it up pretty much every time you get a good clean catch under the basket when you backdoor. Anything higher than that, to me, is overkill, and I'm just not a big fan of the standard dunk cheese stuff, so that's me. 45 also gets you another set of packages if you really wanted it, but 40 will suffice for me. The next number is 68 post controls. Actually, should be 67, but I didn't really have anywhere else to put it, so I put it on post control 68. But 67 gets you all of these post batters on bronze. As you see here, you lose post up pull if you go lower. And yeah, for me, y'all know I really love to attack the point guard on defense. And when you're playing a traditional lineup where they'll have a lock on PG, they'll typically put the point guard, which is the weakest defender on the court normally, or the smallest defender on the court, on you. So you can really take advantage of that. You can put people on your back, you can post spin them, even drop step if you really want it to get annoying. So I think that's a really valuable number to have. And again, I love playing out of the mid-high post area, post hops, over the shoulder fades, shimmy fades. I really like that. Again, like I said before, I come from the school of Kobe and Carmelo, so that's really big for me. Obviously, Kawhi is leading the post as well, so I value that. Obviously, if you don't, I can show you another way to make this build. If you don't value post control, but again, as a weirdo, as a person who wants to play non-meta, that's something I really value. Next is 85 midi for the Deadeye Silver. 80 doesn't get you anything, but if you want it to go lower, you could. 76 is also probably adequate. I don't think the green window will change enough for you to feel it. If you wanted to drop your free throw again, you also could as well. 82 is a good number. Actually, green more free throws with this build than any other build that I have. Both of which have higher free throws than this one, actually, which is interesting. But I think the wingspan in conjunction with me getting Klay Thompson's free throw, I think, works out super well. By the way, I made it a shooting guard, so I didn't get put it wide or triangle. Because I hate guarding big dudes for no reason. It's just boring. I can guard big men with my interior being this high, my block being this high, but it's just generally boring, and I want to guard guards. I was talking about shooting guard. Obviously, you can make a small forward, and the ratings nor the tiers will change to any significant or noticeable effect. Next, I went with a 70 pass accuracy. I know a lot of people go 65. Some people go a little bit lower. If you want to do that, I suppose you could, but as an actual coach of 2K, there's something so troublesome I find about people disregarding pass completely, because even as a third or fourth scoring option out of the corner, right, being able to make that opposite ash pass, that dot, super important. So disregarding pass accuracy as a whole, I don't love it, but I get why some people do it, so that's just me. Went with the 70 ball handle for bronze unpluggable, plus I think it's tethered to speed and agility. But 70 is a good number. If I could go higher, I would. Same with the speed ball. That would have got me silver lightning launch, but I only have it on bronze. You max plus spin at the one when you're playing ones, it's not too bad. This 60 interior was for paint patroller on bronze. The 92 was for every defensive badge on gold in conjunction with agility. If I'm being honest though, if I would make some changes, I would actually bump up my agility +1. So when I put my +5 on perimeter only, I would not only get on-ball menace on Hall of Fame and challenger on Hall of Fame, but also pick dodger on Hall of Fame. But most players, especially competitive players that I find, don't even have brick wall that high beyond gold that is from 91 strength. That's just my experience though. I'm assuming as the meta continues to evolve and change, you might need this higher, but gold is certainly effective right now and definitely feasible, doable, and effective. Next, we got the 78 block for the high flying denier on silver and the paint patroller on bronze. If you don't super value chase down blocks, I get it, but when I had this badge +1 on my big man, I really got some super athletic jumps. And just generally having interior mixed with this block, whenever you're playing a 6'4" and under, you're not a liability in the slightest. You're bigger than them. You have enough interior to be dangerous. So if someone tries to dunk you, you can take them out of the animation. If someone tries to roll you, more often than not, they're not going to make it. And I think that's super dope, and that's what I really value about this build. Because not only can you guard the point of attack, but you can guard on a drive, you can guard a back door, you can guard big men in a pinch, and you're not necessarily a liability in the paint the way a 6'4" lock maybe would be. Then we have this, it's just like whatever. This is tethered to something. But that 55D board also can see box out based on bronze, which again, as a coach, our guards leak. Sometimes our big man wants to crash. And if they do crash and our power forward misses the box, if you're a lock and you can see an opportunity to chip the crashing center with a box out beast, definitely do so with L2. Then we have the 89 speed, 84 agility, 85 strength for the gold and movable, and of course the 75 vertical. But again, if you're like, oh, Chrome, I just want to dunk a little bit, I don't really care about having elite dunks or anything like that, then you can go down to 65 or even 64 if you want to get LeBron's package. You're like, nah, even lower, then you can also go 80 and be done with it. Think of this 85, so when you put this up +5, you get every badge on purple. You could do that, or you could do 75 ball handle, 75 speed ball, and then you can also run some other stuff to get also silver paint patroller. So we do it this. No post control naturally because players don't like playing in the post these days. As I grumble about that. Let me get this 84 block. And then a 70 interior. Oh, hold on now. There we go. And there's another way of making that build. And this version of this build is called a, let's see. That's for Derek White, though, because Derek White comparison fire. I'm pretty sure there'll still be a 2-way 3-level scoring threat unless the post control changes that name. Let's see. So this is called a 3 and D2 guard. Not a bad name for sure. If you make it a small forward, it would be a 3-and-D wing, of course. But anywho's, let's go back to the actual build, and I'll show y'all where I put my max plus ones and where I plan on running my cap breakers. So, open up this bad boy right here. It's a 96 overall right now, but it could be a 99 if I wanted to burn my last little 13,000 VC, but I'm not gonna do that. And then I'll give a quick once over my animations too while I'm at it. But before I do that, here are my badges. Pretty much everything's maxed. If it's not maxed, it's because I haven't upgraded certain attributes to get the bronze version of those badges. But for my tier 2s, my max plus 1, I typically only run Hoff, Immovable, Enforcer. Gold is really good, by the way, but Hoff is kind of glitchy. Especially when you play a dribbler who can't really move laterally, he only wants to go vertically. You're really going to stonewall a lot of ball handlers in that way. If I don't typically run Hoff, Immovable, I also am quite fond of Silver Paint Patroller and Silver Post-Fade Phenom. That's just me though. And if I want to have fun, then I rock Hoff, Aerial Wizard, just to get some crazy putbacks and stuff like that. For my tier 1s, I usually only rock with On-Ball Menace or Set Shot Specialist. If I want to have fun, then I'll go Gold Posterizer as well. One thing I will say though about Set Shot Specialist is that I do feel a difference enough from gold to silver. But if I'm having a good shooting day, then I'll keep it at silver all day. If I'm having a bad shooting out and for whatever reason 2K just don't love me that day, then I'll blow it up to gold and I'll sort of like reset how I'm shooting that day. I also think Hall of Fame Interceptor is pretty good, but gold is super effective. And if you don't have a high enough steal to sort of dictate going Hoff, if that makes sense, then it's probably not worth it. And what I mean by high enough is like if you have your glove on Hoff but gold interceptor, or Hoff interceptor but gold glove, then you might want to have the other at a certain level, or you might want to sacrifice and move it to something else. So keep that in mind. And for those who have been asking about badge elevators, if you have not hit season 40 on the pass yet, the badge elevator is a fancy floor setter, or as I call it, a fancy ceiling setter. So it's primarily best for new builds when you don't or can't grind a badge to its highest capacity for whatever reason, right? So if you have a Hall of Fame off-ball pest, right, you can't quote unquote elevate it to legend unless it gets to legend. You get what I'm saying? And then obviously you see it says a +2 and then +3. It only does it on the basis that if you have more room to go to up 2 levels or up 3 levels. So my off-ball pest was stuck on a silver for a while because I just wasn't playing off-ball with my luck. And so I put my badge elevator on that, and then it's Hall of Fame automatically without me having to grind for it or work for it at all. So pretty cool, but it's not as cool as something like, let's say, the max plus 1. But anyways, pretty much all I got for the badges and attributes. If I go to my animations real quick, this is what I'm running. This is the jumper that I've been using right now. Jarrett Culver with Terrence Ross and Klay Thompson. Super fire right now. I'm still labbing. As y'all know, I use rhythm shooting primarily, but this is pretty fire right now, bro. I also quite like Lindy Waters to third base. You heard it here first, by the way. And these are the dunks that I rock on my lock right now. So Pro Contact dunks off 2. The Pro Contact alley-oops, all 3 alley-oop packages. Anthony Edwards dunk package and LeBron James dunk package, both of which are incredibly fire, incredibly athletic, incredibly violent, really mean dunks that I really like. So keep that in mind too when you run the 80. Because 84 is the sweet spot for LeBron, 82 is the sweet spot for Edwards. Yeah. And then here are my Pro 2, my hop jumper, my spin jumper, so on and so forth. And I'm currently is Jimmy Butler motion style, but I kind of want to give some other ones a try, like OG Anunoby, or maybe Caruso, or just another lock or 2A related player. So that's all I got for the time being. I am your friendly neighborhood coach, chromeantennae, and y'all know what the saying is, man. We'll be in these videos. I love you all. Please don't be racist, homophobic, or transphobic, and kisses with consent. Oh, and one last thing, I have a super duper quick preview of the I Run You video that's coming up who apparently has 730,000 subscribers. I've never watched any of his YouTube content before, but apparently he a dog. We caught the boy in traffic, and it was fun. It was fun to play against him and his guys. So I hope y'all enjoy that whenever that video drops, and I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Okay. He want to be in the video. Hi, YouTube. It's your friendly neighborhood lot. Chromeantennae.
Come on,
I'm gonna run this nigga. How I dropped 17 and dropped the nigga off.